only for the open event itself, right? And right now, you don't know this, but I got a little juice, Corey.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and I've been saving it. All this setup that I've been doing that they didn't see behind the scenes, I've been holding on to this nugget.
There's nuggets?
I want y'all to look at Corey's face when I say this. This is the face of someone who doesn't know what I'm about to say next. And it's, oh, I love it. So the juice is record. Not that we're starting the first ever episode of Beyond League Night podcast or anything.
I mean,
but
you can tell it's the first time because we don't even know the name.
it's Beyond League Night, is what it is. So
League Night and Beyond.
it's not League Night and Beyond. That sounds like
Night
Buzz from Toy Story.
Beyond Night League.
Beyond, yeah, Night League Beyond, the NLB.
We'll figure it out eventually.
It's figured out. As soon as y'all started sending suggestions, I was like, nah.
I didn't like the name of the podcast, just so we're being honest.
Look, you don't have to like it. You just have to deal with it.
It is what it is. I've already moved on.
Even Ari in the background, she knows. Our background roadies carries all our equipment.
She's beyond the camera spotlight.
Well, everybody, welcome to the very first episode of Beyond League Night, where
Season 1, Episode 1.
Season 1, Episode 1. This is the inaugural jump off. I'm your host, Pat the Pro Dixon, aka Dat Pixon, aka Boom Guy.
Definitely Dat Pixon.
Definitely Dat Pixon.
You're in my phone as Dat Pixon.
I changed my Instagram handle to Dat Pixon too. And joining me is my fellow second out of third league operator, Corey Shemtov. Corey, what's up, bro?
Oh, great to be here. This is very exciting. This goes beyond all my expectations. I'm really excited actually to talk some Ultimate Pool, all things Ultimate Pool, whether it be, League or Beyond League, which is, the greater Ultimate Pool universe. So this is pretty cool. I can't even believe this. I told my daughter I was going to be starring on a podcast earlier, and she poo-pooed me. She just laughed in my face. So, it's great to be a dad. It's great to be on the podcast.
Likewise. Shout out to my wife when she never watches this, but she's definitely watching both kids tonight. So on a Monday night, if that is when we're recording this, appreciate you, baby boo. So let's just talk about like what this podcast is supposed to be. So we're covering everything that has to do with Ultimate Pool, right? We're definitely going to give some insight of what's happening in Charlotte Metro, with the league in itself. Maybe some hot topics come up, such as, rules questions or what does grand finals even mean or how do you qualify? Like all of those things that encompass the league. But we're also going to be talking about some of the open events that have happened, some that are coming up, some predictions, and definitely like the crown jewel of everything that's Ultimate Pool, which is grand finals.
It's funny that you mentioned open tournaments because that's where I want to start.
Okay.
Obviously, Pat, the pro. We just came back from the Kansas City Open, which is in a great venue, Side Pockets.
Number one to me, number one pool hall. But keep going. I don't mean.
Yeah, I mean number one pool hall, but probably the toughest field we face all year. And someone on the podcast won their group.
I wonder who that person could be.
I really do, Pat.
I wonder who that could be.
I went 3-1 or 2-1 in my group, and I won my group. And I wound up getting in the top half of the elimination bracket, and then I've lost. I kind of crapped my pants on the hill.
Dude, what happened?
So
you were playing so well. Like I remember at one point you were undefeated. You were coming to me telling me a bunch of stories that I did not want to hear because I was not. I was not playing good at all. But dude, you were rocking it.
Yeah, I was playing pretty good. I got a lot of rolls. I had a really good shot, if being totally honest, in the first round of elimination. I was up 5-3 in a race of 7. My opponent fought back, got on the hill before me. It was 6-5. I broke and ran to get on the hill. And it came down to a shot I had in the side pocket. I was kind of jacked up over a couple balls, and I missed a shot in the side pocket, and my opponent ran out on me. He gave me an opportunity to win. I got super nervous, which was like weird. Like, people know I play for money. I'll play anyone. I don't really care. I played in these tournaments before, but to think of cashing in an open UPL tournament, I think it kind of got the best of me. I got a little nervy and I kind of lost control of my bowels and I just right out on the floor. So it was a good experience. I think if the opportunity presents itself in the future, which probably it won't, but if it does, I'll be more prepared for that type of nervosity. Um, so yeah, it was a really cool experience. I ultimately I feel like I want every one of our league players to be able to go to one of these events and go and compete in an open tournament, no matter your skill level. It's just such a cool experience to be in a venue, walking around and playing amongst the pros. So, you go to a lot of events all around and the pros are segregated. They're in a different area. At these events, they're just one and the same with you. And so you can just roll up and be in a group and play somebody like a Tom Cousins or Justin Bergman or Pat the Pro, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky enough, you
Um,
might be able to do a podcast with them. So
yeah, exactly.
now that you're blessed.
Exactly. Um, that's why we're going to have a couple events coming up where we're going to give an opportunity for our league players to compete in handicap tournaments, obviously to get entries into the grand finals open. But we'll talk about that a little bit more later. I would like Pat to give a little recap of his journey at the KC Open, which was not as good as my journey, which is okay, but it was still a good showing, Pat.
Dude, my Kansas City Open was lit, but I have to look at it from a different lens. And this is another reason why I wanted to do this podcast, because it's like we're going to be able to give the people to a certain extent like an inside look on our unique experiences with it. And ultimately, no pun intended, I'm hoping that if you haven't been able to get out the one, even if you can't play, man, like it's worth the trip alone. If you're a fan of pool, if you're a fan of ultimate pool, if your favorite pros are playing at these events, like we're sitting elbow to elbow eating lunch and meals with Craig Waddingham, Chris Melling, Tom Cousins, Roberto Gomez is out here asking me as I'm walking by, like, did you win? Did you like? He's asking me how I did. Crazy, being able to
Mhm.
mingle with the pros to your point. So, like, get out to him for sure. But I say all that to say, my tournament, um, there was so much pressure because I think I do the thing that most people do where we get the draw and we start looking people up. So I start looking people up and I'm like 555, 428. Like I got a shot. Like I might not be like the worst player in my group finally. Like I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I have a real chance to like win my group. I have a real chance. Like I got work to do for sure, but it could happen. And I get out there and it just so happened I was practicing with like 3 out of the 4 people or like two out
Oh,
of the three
really?
people that were in our group. Yeah, Todd Cisco was over there playing with us, and another guy. I want to say his name was Hunter. It was either Hunter or the other guy, but we had like 2 of them, and I think it was Hunter because I played one of them, whoever it was, and he was not shooting well in practice on a Brunswick, and we were just kind of chilling, hanging out. It wasn't anything serious, but we were like, we were looking like, all right, we know we're all in each other's group, but he comes out and like different guy. Different guy. Got out on me real good. That was a wake up call. I'm like, all right, I got Todd Cisco. He's definitely the best player in our group. So there's a good chance that
And he made a video calling you out.
and he made it, dude. It was a whole thing. Which shout out to Todd Cisco and poolside chat with Todd.
Absolutely.
Dude, that was great stuff. We got to do more of that. Pool needs more of that. More characters, more fun. Like it doesn't always have to be like super, super serious, even though, we always play our best game no matter what. But second match, I won that one pretty handily, and then it was the pressure match because that pressure match against Todd was going to determine if I get second place and go to the main bracket with you, or if I'm going back to Pat the Pros bracket.
Oh, trust me, I was rooting for Todd Cisco to knock Pat out.
Shout out to all the real Pat the Pros out there who was rooting for your boy. But no, that Todd Cisco match was a ton of fun. Like we really brought it. I think it went hill, and he just ended up like missing a ball that I think any other time, like 8 out of 10 times, he probably makes. And I had like a 3 ball out. I had one break and one run. Like we were kind of going back and forth. Sadly though, his phone died, like, or had like some kind of, he got like 11 minutes worth of match, like 50 minutes of it or something like that recorded. So, but for me, the best part about the entire Open was not playing. Like being in the commentary booth and talking about the matches. Because normally, like when we're out there, we're doing a lot of work. Like we're making sure our players are good. We're playing in the Open. We're trying to see where else we can help out, like running around, signing autographs. I'm just kidding. But being able to like be a part of the commentary when Dalton Comstock like beats Gavin Matthew. You know what I'm saying? Like talking to the junior players, like seeing how they've been doing since like that's the stuff that I really like about being able to go to the Opens, and that's really what encompassed my Kansas City Open. Like I think about those parts. I don't think about also losing first round of the single elimination and not making it to the money. You know, I'm thinking about like how emotional Dalton was when he came off from that victory. I'm thinking about how I was able to tell Justin Bergman to walk in because I'm filming content for Ultimate Pool USA. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm thinking about when I leave that place. And then to do it at a place like Side Pockets, bro, #1 pool hall in the country, if you ask me. I don't think that and there's some close second and thirds, like Break Time and Clemens that we always talk about. That's real close to home. The Rack is crazy up in Iowa.
Absolutely.
But yeah, and then the barbecue, dude. When we went to Gates.
Oh, Gates!
We went to Gates,
Out!
bro.
Shout out to Gates Barbecue and all their sauces.
Yeah,
I mean, just unbelievable. Love it. I mean, there's definitely a
free plug.
Kansas City barbecue hierarchy. I mean, everybody wants to weigh in. Like Pat and I are sitting out there, and we're like, "Oh, we just came back from Gates," and then it's like, "Oh, but you got to go to Arthur Murray's, and then there's this place, and my grandmama's cousin's third uncle has a place down the road here that's just fantastic." So the barbecue in Kansas City is no joke. And for your boy Corey, there's plenty of casino gaming opportunities in the land of Kansas City. I mean, Pat and I stayed at Harrah's. Very cool. There's like 3 or 4 casinos all within like 10 minutes of Harrah's. So Corey was,
Corey was busy.
bumping around from place to place, buzzing around like a bumblebee, having a great time. But I will go back to what Pat says. The camaraderie in the room of these opens is bar none. Even though it's a very serious competitive event,
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
But it's not serious to the point where people aren't having a good time. People aren't, chatting, having fun in between the matches.
There's no like riffraff and like ruckus and like, bar room.
Yeah.
Like we got to take this outside. There's none of that. It's all like very understanding and sportsmanship like, and
Yeah,
just
very high level sportsmanship, fun, really family like atmosphere. So it's really good to go back to these events. And I had considered actually not playing in this Open, and I'm glad I did. I won't be playing in the National Open. I want to give the Shane Van Boning a chance to repeat. But like Pat says, it's just great to be around all the people who are just love pool, love the vibe, love the format, and you know, uh, get together like a family. It really is a family type atmosphere. So love it.
Yeah,
Can't wait to do it again.
It's like the best way I try to explain it to people. Like, imagine the best part of a UPL league night, and then times it by 1 billion.
No doubt.
That's what an Ultimate Pool USA Open event is. It's times 1 billion. Like you can't really describe. And that kind of leads us into a perfect segue going into, Charlotte Metro. I think the first episode deserves like how we started Charlotte Metro, because I think it's a great story.
How did we start Charlotte Metro there, Pat?
Well,
I wonder if both our stories are aligned.
Let's see. I want to start it off, and then you just start.
Okay, I want to see. No, that didn't happen, Pat.
Yeah.
It's all
So I'll just say, like, I was in a place in my life where I didn't want to play league anymore. I was really all about trying to be the best pool player I could be. Right? Want to see how far I could go. I had just cracked like being like a 500 level Fargo player. Like I watched it go from like a 478. I remember I saw 485. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep playing in these tournaments, get better and get better. And I just wanted to be a tournament player. And so then I started getting into setting up a live stream for the pool series, in Charlotte with Justin Clark. He runs a great tournament.
Friday night fights.
And we did the Friday night fights too. That was a lot of fun. But I had zero interest in doing anything in regards to league. But then I start seeing Ultimate Pool USA online. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, I just started watching it because before that, I was just watching like whatever major 9-ball open was going on. That was really just the only thing. I was all about nine ball on the 9 foot. And then here comes Corey Shemtov, a guy who I kind of knew you. Like, we say what's up, oh hey, whatever, in the pool hall up at Rackham, and then that was kind of it. And then I remember you coming up to me one day, being like,
I just want to go back a little bit
okay,
with our history at Rackham, just real quick for the people at home.
okay,
Um, I'll never forget we were playing 8-Ball Express,
yeah,
and or was it APA? I
no,
think
it
it was
was
8-Ball Express
yeah, because it was over
playoffs.
there Ralph's side.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
Ralph's side, yeah.
yeah,
And it came down to me versus Pat in the last match
I don't
to
remember
get
this.
to advance in the playoffs. And like Steve Silitano put me up, and your team, they're like, we're putting up Pat, and your team just started clapping out of the friggin' blue. They started clapping. They're like, oh shit, we're through the playoffs. This is so awesome. And Pat, poor baby, did not get it done for his team.
Oh, is it I lost to you?
Yes, you did.
No
Yes, you
way.
did. It was so funny. I just remember it because your team was clapping. It was such BS, man. I was like, this crap. That was many, many years ago. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, I did not know that. Oh man, I don't remember that at all. That's
Oh, it's the
hilarious.
greatest win of my career.
Oh yeah, yeah, I bet it is. But that's so. So then, fast forward to this time now, and it's like you're telling me, like, yo, have you heard about this Ultimate Pool thing? Because like this thing is hot. Like I think you had been to an event
Oh yeah,
at one point already, right?
so I was watching YouTube one night, and in the genesis of Ultimate Pool USA, the first ever event they did was in Louisiana, in Shreveport. And the second event was in Colorado. It was the Colorado Open. And I just been watching YouTube one night, and I'm like, what is going on here with this 8-ball and the shot clock and this and that? And I was like, wow, this is really cool. And in between matches, they roll the commercials, and next thing you know, I see, hey, if you're interested in starting a league, being a league operator, email us at this email address. And I emailed, and I started the conversation with them, and eventually got in touch with Nate Kane, and Nate and I had a back and forth, and I went out to not excuse me, to Louisville, Kentucky for the Louisville Open. And I met Scott Ryan, who's the CEO, Jordan Chavouche, who's the president, and Simon, who is the director of operations. We kind of had we had talked about, my venturing out and doing the league in, Charlotte. And I remember they gave me like a seat right on the rail. And this was before Ultimate Pool was big. So there was really nobody at this place. And Justin Bergman was playing Major Payne McBride in a match. And it was very interesting because, Payne is a great player, but he's not quite at the level at this point in his career as a Justin Bergman.
Right.
So he approached the match as, I'm going to run down the clock, and he wouldn't, shoot until it was like, dude. And here comes Justin, and Justin will just run out, and it's a very tight match. And eventually it was I think it was like 4-4. And and then Justin got up 5-4, and Payne all of a sudden had 2 minutes to run out. And he's going around real fast, and he runs out. And there's 3 seconds left. And Justin Bergman breaks. And this is back when, a golden break counted in the
Right.
shootout. And he broke in the 8-ball to win the match with time running out. And I was like, woohoo! And I was high-fiving Dave Matlock. You can see me on the video if you look it up. It was actually in the promo for the National Open last year. And I was sold. I was like, this is great. But I told him, listen, I can't, I don't have time to do it myself. I really need help. And so I was like, I need to get somebody to sign up with me to do the league. And I was like, I got the perfect candidate, Pat Dixon. And I go and I'm like, yo, Pat, you heard about this Ultimate Pool? We should do this. And you're like, man, I'm really not interested in doing all that.
Not at all. Not at all. Because again, I just trying to chill. I want to play as much as I can. I just got out of league, and I'm like, bro, I'm really not trying to be no league operator for nothing. And so for months, I'd
It-
say it was 4 months. You just kept asking. I was like, you know what? What about this person? Like, why don't you know who would be great for it? I even recommended Shay to you at one point.
Yep.
I remember, and a couple other people, but I'm so glad none of that worked out because the selling point for me was I remember you said, he was like, all right, look, I don't think you understand. I remember you said, if we're not the one, you first of all, you said, I'm not doing this without you. Like, I'm not trying to go find anybody else. I don't want anybody else. If it's not me and you doing this, then it is what it is. But we're going to be kicking ourselves in the ass in 3 years when somebody else does this and it blows up. He's like, you're going to be mad that it's not us. And then you said, look, the Arizona Open's coming up. Don't worry about it. We'll go. I'll fly you out. And if you're not sold at that point, I'll never bother you about it again. And I'm like, all right, let me talk to my wife. Let me think about it. And then I was like, all right, bet we'll go. And I remember I still didn't even know that was like the first professional level event for pool that I'd ever been to anyway. So I walk in the door and I don't know what's going on. It was just the tournament was just happening, but I remember walking in and just feeling the electricity in the air. And I was like, I don't know what this is, but by the time we got to the arena, I was like, we got to do this. Whatever this is, this has to happen. Like, this has to be us. And then I just remember like the rest of the weekend, that's the first time I saw Gavin Matthew. That's the first time I saw Tyler Steyer in person. I met Chris Melling.
Jordan Helfrey.
I met Jordan Helfrey for the first time. Well, I didn't meet her, but I saw her for the first time. And
You
I
know
was
what
like,
else
what in
I
the world?
saw for the first time when we were in Phoenix? We drive up to the hotel and we're pulling around and there's a Jeep on blocks.
Oh
Remember
yeah. So, dude, it was like a Rubicon
Yeah. On blocks.
on
Somebody
4
stole the
blocks
wheels
and left the lug nuts.
on the
The lug nuts on the floor. And I was like, why did Jeep look weird underneath the spotlight? He was like, oh, they on blocks, dog. Wild. But I just remember, walking in there, and then they put me in the booth. Like Nate was trying to sell me too. They were like, yeah, what is he like? He likes to stream? Yeah, maybe we'll give him a
Yeah, I
little.
told him all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But
That's what you don't know about me. I'm like, this is how I operate. Like, I'm
walking around, I feel like just the bell of the ball, like, oh, I get to go do some commentary.
I know how to
guys.
close a deal, Pat Dixon.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then the rest is history, dude. Like,
Yeah, no doubt.
we came back to Charlotte. We barely got Charlotte off the ground. I think I was playing on 2.5, 3 teams in one division just to make sure that we started. Like, we scrapped and clawed. We ended up finding God's gift to Charlotte Metro, which is Sandra Arroyo. My
No
God.
doubt.
Like, we started to try to find some division reps, and we only had 2 locations when we first started. And if you don't know anything about Charlotte, like those 2 locations, one was in Rock Hill, the other one was up in Huntersville, Cornelius. Rush hour traffic, league night, that's like an hour and some change to get from
At
one
least,
side to the
maybe
other.
2 hours.
Yeah, and that's just from my house, which is in between. I got to get an hour and some change up there. So when we set that division up, Sandra signs up. She brings a team, and I'm talking about needing a division rep, and she's already like just bringing me, like she's organizing the people without me asking.
Yeah,
She's
she's
doing,
godsend.
oh, dude. And then so we find her, and I'm like, how would you like to be a division rep? Would you be interested? She was like, yes. And then not 15 minutes later, dude, she showed me something else. I don't remember what it was, Corey. You know how she rolls. She's got everything figured out. And I remember looking at Carlos, her better half, and I was like, bro, she could do this job better than I could right now. Like, do you think she would want to be a league operator? And he was like, for sure she would. And then we talked, and like the rest is history. So like we are everything that we are because of Sandra Arroyo, and a huge part of the effort that Carlos Torres puts in for us as well. So shout out to them.
By the way, Carlos, speaking of Carlos Torres, or as I call him, Carlos Arroyo.
The Los
Cafe con Leche. He cashed in the second chance tournament in Kansas City. So,
he's a pro.
Yeah, Carlos is a pro now. I'm the only one who's not a pro, but I'm also the only one who's won their group. So I'll take that.
Oh, right.
I really wanted to cash. I really wanted to cash.
I'm so glad you didn't cash if I didn't.
Oh, my God. If I cashed in the regular tournament and you didn't, never hear the end of it.
That and then like 2 things. That, but number 1 is I'm so glad I didn't lose that Florida Open, dude, because I don't care to talk about it anymore. But if you would have won, for the rest of our lives, I would be hearing about the Florida Open. I'm like, those 2, I'm so glad that it didn't happen.
Runs 3 racks in a row, never seen it in his life. Such bullshit. Oh, well.
Shout out to the Hatchet,
awesome. Man. That was awesome, though. That was a fun time.
That might be top 3 best moments I think of my life.
Yeah,
like for real, like playing that. That was such a crazy time, a lot of fun, and then like the ripple effects, because a lot of people don't know we did a lot of that because we wanted eyes on the league and to help grow the league. Like that was the whole point of all of that.
Yeah, for sure. But it was also a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
A
super,
lot of
super
fun.
fun. So while we're on the subject of league and talking about Charlotte Metro, we might as well go ahead and touch on the grand finals qualifiers that we have coming up.
Oh, I can't wait.
So it's going to be crazy. If you don't know, like if this is your first, I don't know, contact with anything about Ultimate Pool or Ultimate Pool League, Grand Finals qualifiers is basically like our city playoffs. So
Yep.
anybody that's in our area, in our league, um, we have a season. So season 3 is starting for us the week of September the 14th, right? There's 3 different sessions in a season. Each session is 14 weeks. So we're going to come up on season 3, session 1, September 14th. That full session is going to run through the end of the year. Session 2 is going to start in like early January. We got 14 weeks. And then session 3 starts sometime in like late spring, early summer, and carries us through where we are right now in the year, right? Yep. So to qualify, let's say you're an 8-ball team, you have to finish first or second place at the end of a session to have a qualification to make it to the grand finals qualifiers. So if me and you are on a team and we both qualify in session 1, right? We now have to maintain in session 2 and 3, we have to stay in the top 50% of our division, or else we risk losing that qualification. Okay. So
Because we don't like sandbaggers in Ultimate Pool
we
League.
don't like sandbaggers, and that rule helps us to keep the sandbaggers at bay.
And
Right?
trust me, there will be adjustments if necessary before the grand finals qualifier. We're well aware of people's skullduggery and chicanery and strategery.
If you run a league, you're going to have it. Like
Yeah,
it's just one of those things, right? But that's why we have
absolutely.
certain things in place to help
But
avoid it.
people are playing for a lot of money, so there needs to be,
Guardrails.
guardrails in place to ensure that the field is protected, and it will be at our grand finals, 100%.
100%. So that's how you qualify, right? You have to qualify or make it first and second at the end of the one of the sessions to keep your qualification. So let's say you don't qualify in session number 1, you don't qualify in session number 2, but session 3, you get that qualification. Great, you're into the grand finals qualifiers for 8-ball or 10-ball or whatever the format is. Then for this year, you come to Rock House Billiards in Gastonia, North Carolina, if you're playing in Charlotte Metro, where we're going to have a huge grand finals qualifiers that's going to last from Friday night to Sunday, Labor Day weekend, September 4th through the 6th.
Absolutely.
So we start Friday at 7 o'clock. We're going to get through a couple of rounds. And then Saturday and Sunday, we'll be starting at 11 o'clock on both of those days. So Friday, the doors open at 5. Saturday and Sunday, the doors open at 10 a.m. Okay. And we're going to release all of this on our UPL Charlotte Metro Facebook page as well. Like we're going to have a drip going. You guys have all the information, be well informed of what's going on. Now, because we have so many teams that are going to be playing at our qualifiers, we're going to have 2 different 8-ball winners that we're going to be sending to Cherokee.
So there'll be 2 brackets, not one bracket and first and second place. We just decided to do 2 brackets.
Because we have to send 2 teams.
Yeah, we have to send 2 teams. We'll gladly send 2 teams. Hopefully next year we'll send 4 teams.
Yes.
So we are going to send 2 teams, and we're going to have the separate brackets, and the brackets will be seeded according to season and yearly points, right? So if your team, won the qualifier, you won your division, all 3 sessions, and you have the most points in all of the Charlotte Metro reach, you'll be the number 1 seed, and you'll play a team that potentially, qualified with the lowest amount of points for the year. So everything is going to be seeded. There will be potentially 2 wild cards, depending on the amount of teams that qualify. It will be a modified double elimination tournament. So every team is guaranteed to play 2 matches, but eventually it'll just be down to a single elimination.
We haven't decided if we're going to do it at quarterfinals or semifinals just yet, but we will let the masses know well in advance what it's going to be. But it will be a modified.
And it's dependent on the amount of teams that qualify, and still some of that's up in the air. It's our position. We'd like as many teams as possible to compete. The more the merrier. It's going to be a grand old party. But at the same time, it's going to be this great competition. But again, like we talk about our national open events, there is going to be competition, but it should be a friendly, fun atmosphere. That's what we're going for. We really want it to be a party to celebrate all our players for their participation in the league for the year, right? Because this is really like we're still in our infancy. Everybody who's coming to these playoffs are early adopters. They believed in us. They gave us a chance. So we really want to give something back to the players. We really want to have just a really fun, celebratory atmosphere at our grand finals qualifiers. So we're doing a bunch of crazy stuff. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
So that's a good segue into what we are going to be giving away at the grand finals qualifier. So we got 2 8-ball brackets going on. We have a 10-ball
10 ball.
bracket that's going to be happening as well for all of the qualifying 10-ball teams. And then we're also having a 16-player invitation only 10-ball shootout to some of the top players in the region.
Top players in the region. Top players in the region.
Top.
Like maybe some players you might have seen on some of these streams, not named Pat Dixon.
Who's no, I'm just Wait, if you could drop one name that's in this,
One name.
just give them one bit of juicy goss.
Let's just say we'll have a world 9-ball champion playing in the 10-ball event.
We're gonna have a world 9-ball champion playing in the 10-ball event. I like that.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
That's all you get.
That's all you get for now.
Okay, that's all you get for now.
And at least 3 Mosconi Cup players will be playing in this event.
That's crazy, actually, to think about. 3 Mosconi Cup players are going to be playing at the event come GFQs.
Yeah,
that's insane.
We really want to try and mimic like a national open feel. So having a shootout with some great players, so when you're not in your match, you can go watch these great players go at it. They're going to be playing a single elimination 10-ball tournament. I know Brandon at Rock House is super excited to torture these guys with small pockets. So it'll be a lot of fun. So they're going to be playing, for a good bit of money, $1,000 added, $200 a man. But more so, we just want, to have that atmosphere. Some great players are going to be in the house, that we're commingling. They're going to be part of the fun. And we want to see some great pool. Maybe,
for sure.
Take some pictures, get some signed merch, whatever it may be. But yes, the 10-ball and that will be Friday night. So we wanted to put it on Friday night when everybody's going to be there.
Yeah, it's single elimination. So it's literally one night only that these guys are going to be
one night
out there. Yeah, one night only.
So definitely come on out, and you'll start to see the drip. We're going to start releasing, or Pat's going to start releasing, flyers with people on them. So you'll get to see the caliber of players. A lot of 700 plus players are coming down. People, like I said, you see on streams that are playing at world class events, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be dope, dude. And so let's talk about what the winners, like the team stuff, what they get. So both first place 8-ball finishers and the 10-ball finisher, they're all getting a prize pack, right? So they get custom team jam up jerseys. Shout out to Jam Up Apparel. They're going to get custom jam up jerseys. We actually got some new designs from the senior graphic designer.
You'll get to see him. You'll get to see him in person.
You get to see him in person.
GFQs.
Yep, and you can make your orders right then and there, fully customizable, however you guys want them to look. But the winning teams, they're going to get some for free. And they're also going to get some travel fund monies for Cherokee. $3,500 a team for travel funds to Cherokee, North Carolina at the grand finals this year. What else? Am I forgetting anything? Their entries paid.
Yeah,
the team entry paid, which is like a value of $2,750. So since we're talking about the $2,750, here's something that I think everybody needs to know. If you're a team that makes it to your area's grand final qualifiers for this year only, everybody can pay the $2,750 team fee to go to Cherokee. This is probably the last year that they're going to do it. I can't imagine that they do it anymore after this year. Now, keep in mind, your team has to show up and play. So you can't be like, oh, Corey, we got the qualification, but we don't want to forget it. Let's just forfeit before we even go and pay the $2,750. No. You have to attend the GFQs and you got to play. I think that's huge. I love that. It's going to get more teams in there.
I mean, it's a great opportunity. First place team is going to win $112,000. So, I mean, I think $2,750 is a pretty good entry fee. You're talking,
a couple $100.
A couple $100 per person. call your host at Cherokee, get some free rooms going. Who knows? But compete. I think it's great, and it's open to the people. And I think, like Pat said, it's probably going to be the last year you're going to have an opportunity to do it. As the league grows, it's just going to be, people are going to start getting locked out. They can only take so many teams, so it's definitely something you want to think about taking advantage of.
For sure. From here on out, it's going to be like only the top 25% finishers at every area's GFQs get the option to do the buy-in of the 2750. So, like Corey said, take advantage now, dog. Like you want to be in Cherokee, North Carolina, November 2nd through the 8th. There is nowhere else you want to be on planet Earth but at Harris Casino.
100%.
Gonna be nuts. So GFQs, we're also doing a bunch of giveaways. Like we're giving away some merch. We're gonna be giving away some dope UPL Charlotte Metro hats. We're also, this is the Shane Van Boning cue right here, as a matter of fact. I would zoom in if I knew how to reset the camera back to its original angle. So maybe in post-edit production, you'll get a zoomed-in little rotation on that guy.
That's a game-used signed Shane Van Boning cue stick.
Insane. Corey, you should pick it up and put it in your hands real quick now that we got like this angle on it. Like let people know like how real is this right now, dog?
No, it's so real. Shout out to Mike Wheeler for sourcing this for us.
But Shane Van Boning
real,
played
dude.
with his Shane Van Boning cue and signed it.
And I haven't even played with it once. So, I mean, if I play with it, it'll probably jack up the value at least 30 cents. But I mean, this is not even like the old Shane Van Boning cue. This is the new Gen 2 Shane Van Boning cue that he used to win the Florida Open just a couple days ago. Yeah. And this is not a raffle. This is a giveaway.
That is not that's so important to realize.
Raffles. We're not looking to make money off our players. We're looking to celebrate our players and give back. So we're gonna have the queue. We got some signed merchandise, hats.
Got some hats.
Plenty of jerseys.
We have some jerseys, some Jam Up jerseys. Shout out to Jam Up Apparel for helping us sponsor a couple drawings.
Some accessory items will be going. And just show up. We're gonna do the Shane Van Boning on Saturday. But even if your team, God forbid, doesn't make it to the Saturday, you're still gonna be on there. We're gonna do it right up on the video screen at Rock House. We're just gonna put a wheel and we're gonna spin the wheel. But if you do win something, your name comes off the wheel. Sorry, spread the wealth. But everybody will be eligible regardless for the Shane Van Boning cue.
Correct.
Which is pretty cool. Speaking of grand finals, Shane Van Boning is the grand final Open champion.
He is. He won the very first one.
Yes, he beat Justin Bergman in the finals at like 2 a.m. or something.
Yes.
Which is crazy. Those guys, the amount of endurance they need to get through these. And it's not like they play like 1 or 2 matches a day. These guys are playing in every event. They're playing like 12 hours a day, every day. And the fact that they can even see at that point in time is amazing. And, hopefully Shane will be back to defend.
Hopefully so. And then you bring up another good point. I love the fact that Ultimate Pool USA, they added the extra day to help alleviate that. Because I think it was a little bit later than 2 a.m. last time when they were playing, and I think it was close to like 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken. Don't hold me to that. But adding the extra day means that they can get some rest and be rejuvenated for the championship, which I think is in the best interest of everybody.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the level of pool being played at the Open was just incredible.
For sure.
In all aspects. The ladies, the pairs, the mixed pairs was insane action in mixed pairs. So really looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good time, dude. So season 3 is wrapping up right now. At the time of this recording of the podcast, we are in the second to last week.
Yes.
Yeah, because next week is going to be the last week. And then we got a 2-week break. And then Labor Day weekend is GFQs. And then we are right back into season 3, session 1. Yeah, go ahead, brother. You be careful up there. We got plenty of time. And then as we're wrapping up and we're getting kicked up, you definitely want to be signing up and getting ready, getting your teams registered and ready for next session, next season and next session. If this is going to be your first time playing, you definitely want to be signing up. So we'll make sure that all of the links are posted here below in like the whatever the section is called, the description section or whatever. That way you guys know how to do it. You get it done. because it's going to be here faster than you think. And we got a bunch of new venues coming too.
A
So
ton of venues. I mean, if you want to play Ultimate Pool and you live anywhere from Raleigh to Greenville, Spartanburg,
yes.
you're going to have a place to play. We have Clemens, we have Break Time Billiards, great venue, Rock House, the Hangar, Sticks and Stones. We got the League Room, which is another incredible venue down in Greenville, Spartanburg area. Break Time out in Raleigh,
Mm-hmm.
Brass Tap in Raleigh,
Yep.
Irish Q. Give it
Irish
up for
Q.
Irish
Shout out
Q.
Irish Q. VFW in Kings
Oh
Mountain.
yeah, don't
Keep
forget
It
the
Simple
vets.
Billiards. We have what's my other one? Not Keep It Simple. What's my other one?
The
Sandra goes
Social
to.
House
We got
on the
South
hill,
on the hill. We have On the Hill as well.
over the mountain and through the woods.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great dad joke. And then we're gonna have Fast Action coming up. The
Yes,
one that's in
fast action.
Fast Action, and then the one that's in Belmont is South Point Social.
South Point Social coming, joining the
They're coming
family.
on.
Potentially Ford's Felton Tavern.
Potentially Ford's Felton Tavern as well. So if you have a venue in the Charlotte area that's interested, we just need at a minimum we need 4 teams, which means 2 tables.
Two
That's at a
tables.
minimum. That's what we need to launch a division, right? And give us a night during
Speaking of
the
launch,
business week.
the pub too is looking to
Oh,
get
and the
on
pub,
too.
yeah, dude. Shout out to the pub up there in Kannapolis, man. So literally, like anywhere in the surrounding area, the queue out in Hickory as well.
Yes.
So
Oh, we
shout out
can't
to Steve
forget
Stansel and all my dogs at the queue. Cheryl Johnston, what up?
KATN
Okay.
coming out of there representing. You know, Steve is going to be very, very,
Oh, dude.
very ready to go.
Steve hits me up once a day asking the same questions about NSL and Open. Like, can I sign up for it, brother? Like, yeah, of course you can,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, if you're looking to play, I mean, we got division reps crawling around the city
Dude,
everywhere. I mean,
everywhere, bro.
you got Gary Shaw, Steve Stansel, can't forget Gator,
No,
Christina
dude.
Rotella.
We have been like Charlotte Metro has had so much help from literally every person that's underneath this network of people that we have, from the division reps to the players to league ops to people who are just like that. We have help from some people. I don't want to give out too much, but they have no affiliation with Ultimate Pool. They have no affiliation barely with playing. They might play in the league, but they have other priorities and, things going on elsewhere, and they help us out. So shout out to
Absolutely.
everybody who's had a helping hand in getting us this
100%.
far, dude. Because it's not just me and you, and it's not just me, you, and
It's not.
Sandra. It's like,
Then there's some league operators too out there that's helped us out too.
that's what I was trying not to say.
Gotta say, helping us
Yeah.
out, helping us get off the board at the hangar. Shout out to Matt Lowe, helped us out there. Like,
For sure.
absolutely. I paid Matt back. I am the star player on his 9-ball team on Thursday night at the hangar. I mean,
I'm gonna come in and add
no
some stuff.
cap.
I'm
No
gonna
cap, the kids say.
We just got removed from all algorithms. This boomer trying to use slang.
Well, I'm not a broomer, Gen Xer.
Oh,
Please.
okay.
Gen X, don't
Okay.
sell me short.
That's my bad.
But yeah, it's been really great. Like, obviously we can't get to this situation without the help of like everybody involved, like whether that is us as league operators or just players. Like, the players are the one that make the league, not the league operators. That's 100% the truth. As long as people are having fun, the fun is infectious and people want to be a part of it. So we got to keep our eyes on that always. Like, we want to be like CEO of Ultimate Pool USA always says, it's for the players. As long as the players are having a good time, everything else is going to take care of itself. And I feel like people have a good time when you have one of them buzzer beaters go in
my
or
God.
just rattle or something. It's so exciting.
Just at the last second, dude. It's so rewarding. That dopamine hit, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
good.
when Daryl
Oh my God.
hit the 8-ball running out the clock on you, that was just sick.
He's done it twice now.
Twice.
He's done it twice on me, dude.
Shout out to Daryl.
Shout out to
Daryl is like the biggest supporter of Jam Up in the entire United States of
He
America.
is sending Jax Pongpanic to college for sure with the amount of jerseys that he's buying, dude.
Yeah, people like that. You go around and you see all these great people, and it's really like, just like we talk about the Opens being a fun family atmosphere. That's what we're looking for in Charlotte. It's a big family, and we should be having fun. But like, I have a younger brother. Every time we played Madden and he beat me, I want to smack his head right off his body. Okay, Scott, I'm still pissed. Okay, so it's like that.
No, for sure, and that's a good I think segue into the crown jewel of it all, which is going to be grand
Oh, I
finals.
can't wait. Oh
Cherokee,
my God.
North Carolina, Harris Casino, November 2nd through the 8th. It is going to be bananas. So this is what everybody's playing for. This is what everybody's qualifying for throughout every session through the season, getting to grand finals qualifiers. Like you're trying to win your area's GFQ so you can punch your ticket to go to Cherokee to the Nationals. So right now, November 2nd through the 7th, that's going to encompass all of the team play. Like all the team play is going to happen there. That extra day, November 8th, don't forget, it's only for the open event itself, right? And right now, you don't know this, but I got a little juice, Corey.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, and I've been saving it. All this setup that I've been doing that they didn't see behind the scenes, I've been holding on to this nugget.
There's nuggets?
I want y'all to look at Corey's face when I say this. This is the face of someone who doesn't know what I'm about to say next. And it's, oh, I love it. So the juice is the only thing we know right now at the time of this recording is there's going to be the National Open, right?
Okay.
Everybody and their mama can sign up for that. You don't have to be affiliated with the league to sign up for the open event. There is the Women's Open and the Juniors Open. And the big question has been, what other formats are they going to bring back? What are they going to have? That's some juice.
Okay.
One format that I have confirmed that will be coming back probably for the last time is the League Showdown, which UPL Charlotte Metro won.
We hold the
Year
crown.
number 1, we hold the crown, baby. Shout out Runal Bott, Clint Clark, and Caleb Hickson.
We're not giving that up.
No, that's
We're
coming
retiring
back.
champions forever.
Dude, we 100%. We were the first champion etched in UPL Grand Finals history, and we have a chance to defend possibly for the last time.
Love it. We will defend for the last
We will defend for the last time. You hear that, Nathaniel Canis? We're coming for you, guy.
Do you hear that? Stephen Wyatt?
Now, it's coming back. And so what the League Showdown is, for those that don't know, every league operator, they all basically find like the best 3 or 4 players to represent their area in what's called the League Showdown. So it's like a round robin race to 5, right? So the first team that gets 5 racks, you move on. It's single elimination. So that's going to be day 1. Day 1 is going to be League Showdown. So November 2nd, the League Showdown is happening, and the championship is happening that night. It's going to be crazy.
These other leagues don't even show up.
Oh,
don't even show up.
Oh, it's going to be so good. Y'all don't know. They are so mad from that first year. They didn't want us to win, but we got it. We have Chase Stumple. Oh, no. We have Kieran Hall. Also, those guys are killers.
Yeah, dude. Don't give them any locker room like material. Next thing you know, it's going to be like Rocky and Rocky 4. They're going to be like training. And next thing you know, they have a little picture of Pat on their mirror. And just like every morning, just scowling at Pat.
Oh, dude. But yeah, so grand finals is going to be dope.
That's it. That's all you have. There's got to be pairs.
I don't have that. I don't have that confirmed. I'm only going to give you the hot juice that I have confirmed, which is the League Showdown.
I mean, it's confirmed we're winning League Showdown. I mean,
oh, for sure.
It's ours.
Oh, for sure. I would have to imagine that there's going to be some sort of pairs. I don't know if they're going to do a mixed pairs or just have it regular pairs, maybe both. I don't know if they can fit it in. I do know that one thing that they're focused on is making sure that that schedule is off the hook. Right.
I thought you were going to tell me you're playing in the shootout. And then I was just walking off the podcast. I was like, I don't know for this bullshit. I'm out of here. I'm retired.
Yo, that would have been. I would have waited to the end
when you said, like, let's see Corey's face when I announce this. I'd have been like, dude, I'd have just walked off. I'd have thought, this is fucking screw at UPL. I'm selling out.
I don't know what would happen if I got put into the shootout for real. I don't know. I don't know that I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell anybody. I would find some dramatic social media way to announce it and just watch your face melt off your body.
That's the last you'll see of me. I'm like, what do you mean Corey sold his house and moved to Alaska?
That would be great. All right, so grand finals coming around. That first week is going to be crazy. I'm like you. I'm probably the only thing that I'm playing in is going to be the pairs, if they have just like a regular pairs, because one of the juniors, at least I think it was a junior at the time, Peyton Cortez, I met him out at, it might have been Iowa. And he asked me after the event, he was like, "Hey man, if you're not doing anything for pairs, you want to play?" It's like, "Of course I'll play with you, bro." And so we're gonna do that. But outside of that, like, of course we're there. We're trying to support our players. I'm trying to film as much content as we can, like pull the most out, make sure everybody's having a great time, and just support them that way. So, what do you look forward to the most when we go out to Cherokee outside of the the Buffalo?
No, I gotta tell you, like, the most fun I had at Cherokee, without a doubt last year was when we were playing blackjack with a bunch of people from Charlotte, and we had the whole table was, like, all people from Charlotte, and my good friend Shay Goodson hit a 16 against a dealer 4, and I had to lose my shit, and I'm still pissed. But actually, no, that was the most fun I had. Like, outside of that, like, listen, it's such a good time to be hanging out with everybody we see in Charlotte, outside of Charlotte, right? So we did a lot of dinners together, a lot of hanging out together. But without a doubt, the pinnacle was when we won the league showdown. I mean, to have our players that we see playing, Renal and Clinton, Caleb, who we see playing here all the time, to see them on the stream, just showing the world what they can do. I was so proud. I was so happy, and that was the pinnacle of it all for me. Um, and the camaraderie again, and that's what. And I'm not playing it in the open either. I will be playing pairs if it's open. I'm actually going to play with Sonny from break time. I'm pulling him out of retirement. We're gonna make a fools out of ourselves, but we'll have a good time doing it. But I'm really looking forward to just hanging out with everybody, gambling, maybe some group slot pulls, grabbing pizza at Gordon Ramsay's, food court out there. It's just gonna be a really good time. But as I always say, it's for the players. We're here to help you guys out. Just consider me your concierge. Whatever you need, I'm here to support you guys because I want to see you go out there and do your best. And that's what makes me happy because I know I'm not out there to compete and win or anything like that. I just want to see everybody from Charlotte shine. We have a great pool community. We have very good competition here. Like Pat and I have been to other places in the country, and you draw some 550, players, Fargo players from other parts of the country, and they ain't no 550 in Charlotte. So we got very strong pool community, and showing the world what we're about makes me happy.
Yeah, I think I agree. I had two moments, man. Number one for sure was the league showdown when we won. It was that first night. I was like, dude, I could care less what happens the rest of this week. Like, I'm done. Like at this point, like I don't know how it could get any better outside of like maybe somebody from Charlotte wins the
Yeah,
open or we
no
get it
doubt.
like make it happen wins the 8 ball team event. Like I don't know how, but seeing them win that and like being able to take the picture with the guys and like because we saw like the field that they had to go through to get there. You know what I mean? Like that late night run to go get ice cream and cake after it was all over.
Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
walk up there, dude. It was like we were just like so like on top of the mountain at that point. Like it was such a good feeling. And then like seeing how excited our players were to be able to be rubbing elbows with the pros like we were talking about earlier, specifically my guy Joe Walker.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He was saying like, bro, I hope I draw SVB in my group. How crazy would it be? This, and that. Like we were just talking about it. And then they released the groups and he got SVB in his group. And I think he almost broke his back flipping out of the chair. Like he called me, like texted me. He's like, bro, look at this. He showed me a screenshot. And then I remember I was in the middle of a match with Andy Hutchins from he was in my group from up in break time. He plays out
Okay.
of real good player, real good player. And I promised Joe that I would stream his match against SVB so he could go back and watch later. I'm in the middle of the match and I see a text on my phone. He's like, bro, I'm about to play SVB. And I just said, hey, good game, Andy. I got to bounce. Like, I got to go stream this match. And like forfeiting the match and then running down a flight of stairs to hurry up and set my camera up and just watching Joe like just try to keep his composure together playing against SVB. Like he actually had a couple chances to do like a break and run and like score some points, but it's SVB. You know what I mean? Like it didn't go his way,
Then
but
he
he
got to
did.
play Sky.
Then he got to play Skylar Woodward, which was crazy. So it was like being able to see them live in those moments.
How about our guys, Ken, Clint, and
Oh
Daryl
my
out of
God. Yeah.
Sticks and Stones? They got to play Dennis Hatch,
I forgot all about that.
Rodney Morris, and who was the third? I forget who.
Dennis Hatch, Rodney Morris,
and some other killer.
It wasn't Dave Matlock, was it?
It might have been. It might have been.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think it was those
And
three.
poor Daryl got like 2 shots on it. And both times he was snookered. Ken and Clint both won games, and Daryl is probably the best of the three, like legit, they would say. And he never got a shot. It was hilarious. But that was cool too, man. They were like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, man. It was very cool.
It's a very cool moment. Very cool moment.
And that's another thing, guys. Listen, first of all, don't be intimidated by any of the players. If you want to get autographs, you want to get a picture, they're very open to it. But also, too, just like hit me or Pat up, or Sandra when we're at the Open. If you want anything signed, if you need anything, like you want to meet a player, you want to get a picture, and you're too shy, or you don't want to bother them, you just grab me, Pat, or Sandra, and we'll take care of that immediately. Like, we kind of know all the players at this point that are going to be there, and we're also not shy at this point to go grab them, and they'll be accessible.
Tommy Cuz. Tommy Cuz. Hey, yo, big guy.
Well, me and Tom are down. Like, I did have a little bit of that action against Justin Bergman. Yeah, I mean, I got to play Tom Cousins, which was insane.
Yeah.
And I just missed the run out. And I did not win any racks, and I'm very sad. But yeah, like SVB. I actually played craps next to SVB last year at the Grand Open, which was very cool. So I'm the go to craps, he's the go to 9-ball. So like we had goat type conversations. I was like, I know what it's like to be on the top of the mountain. I know what it's like for people just staring at my greatness. And he was like, oh yeah, Corey, I know what it's like too. So we shared a moment on the craps table. But yeah, very cool. They're very open to hanging out. And so, like I said, if you want to meet anybody, just let us know.
And it's 100% free for like spectators.
And even if your team's not going,
go.
And if you're not playing, go. You can go drive up for the day or two and hang out and just catch the vibe.
Yeah, dude.
It's a total vibe up there. And it's a real happening. It's a pool happening.
Yeah, they've got discount room codes for Harrah's as well. They're going to have all kinds of booze. I know Brunswick is going to be there. They're going to bring some nice cues. They're going to have cue makers there. They're going to have Jam Up Apparel for sure is going to be in the building. And many, many more, dude. Like like the grand finals. Even if you've been to some open events, like you've been to open events, it doesn't compare to the grand finals, dude. Grand finals is going to be nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely the place to be in the pool room in November, 100% without a doubt.
For sure. Would you say that's like the most, like the number one thing you're excited about the most over the next coming months?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And my cruise next week.
The amount of vacations he takes. No, dude. I mean, we can't say enough about it. It's going to be awesome. But Corey, dude, I think that's a great first episode.
Yeah, I think so. I think most people have like bowed out by now. They're like, you scrum bums. I don't need to listen to their crap anymore.
They didn't read all those books.
Yeah, well, I certainly didn't read any of these books in college. So,
well, gang, this has been the very first episode of Beyond League Night. So if you've made it this far, yo, shout out to you.
Yeah,
we appreciate you, man.
You've made it beyond most people listen to this podcast. We love you. We love you.
Yeah, love you so much. Thank you so much.
That one person who made it this far, we love you.
Thanks, Scott, because it's Scott. He's like, what are they saying about me there? But yeah, everybody, thanks so much for checking us out. We're going to continue covering Charlotte Metro as well as most other stuff. That's UPL. We're going to continue covering the National Opens, what's coming. We're going to try to give you guys as much information as possible that's come, like for things to come, things to be prepared for, certain rules, like everything. So the Opens, Grand Finals, players, like giving you guys more stories, some news. We're also planning on having some special guests. I can't tell you how many DMs I've gotten since I posted that the thumbnail of this podcast for people that want to be on it. And I'm talking, including CEO Scott Ryan wants to be on this and wants to like provide us with some guests as well. So when I tell y'all, like this thing is going to grow from here, but of course we need y'all's help. So if you haven't already, like the YouTube page, please subscribe, share this out. Follow
Thrown
us all over social media, UPL Charlotte Metro. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I think we have a TikTok as well, on YouTube. Make sure you follow the national Ultimate Pool League page as well.
Ultimate Pool USA.
Ultimate Pool USA also.
Maybe comment on some guests you want to see, some
Yeah.
topics you want covered.
Let us know who you
Word
might
out.
want to have come on there, because we could probably get most people. We could
Yeah.
probably get most people on here. But even if there's something that like maybe you want us to talk about, maybe some things that you want us to touch on, like let us know in the comments below for sure.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, like, follow, subscribe wherever we're published. Dude, we appreciate you. Corey, my guy.
Absolutely. Enjoyed it.
Thanks so much, man. This has been great.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. That's episode
it. It's done.
one, dude.
It's done. Let's leave. Bye.